Okay, today we're going to do a session on confident communication. I mean, this is probably one of the hardest parts for a lot of people because confident and good communication is really, there's a few people in life that you meet that are just good at it. But most people that are good at it have learnt it over time and practiced, and it's all about putting things into practice over a long period of time, becoming a confident communicator. And I mean, if you're not a confident communicator, things like talking to people about your hobby and selling your product and doing whatever can be, really, really tough and almost impossible if you don't have that confidence in your communication skills. So today we're going to go through a few basic points that you can practice and continue on with to ensure that your communication is at a level that's really going to sell your business and give people the best of you whenever you speak to them. So, item 1, assert your opinion only on the basis of knowledge. So what this is basically saying is, do not bullshit people, okay? Talk about what you know about. If you know about it, you'll be confident about it. Don't talk about things you don't know. 1, you will not be confident. 2, you'll probably get caught out because, your information is not going to be right. So don't be afraid to say to people that I really don't know enough about that area to formulate an opinion or to give you an opinion, but be their answer. Be the person that gets an answer to them. Go away, research it, find out what the answer is, and come back to people. Believe me, you want to win someone over. If you can't answer a question, go away, find out what the answer is, and make a phone call back to them and give them the answer. They will trust you from that day forward if you put an effort like that in. Plus, on the best thing, it increases your knowledge as well. So next time you get to ask that question, you can answer the question. So once again, it's a multifaceted improvement to you and your hobby and your business. Okay, use language that is clear, specific and precise. Don't get caught up in jargon. Don't get caught up talking about things that, or in a way that you think that an expert in the market would talk about it. Talk about things the way you want to hear it, the way a normal person wants to hear it. Clear, precise, and specific. Don't beat around the bush, don't fluff around with it. Just make sure that it's nice and clear and easy. You hear people talk about things and they're using technical terms, and every 3 seconds in the conversation someone's got to say, oh, what's that an acronym mean? Or forget about that. Talk to people about what it is. Use basic, normal communication, normal language, okay? Nice and easy. If people can't understand what you're saying, or the point takes too long to get there, you've lost them. Forget about it. You may as well walk away right there and then. Okay, reinforce your message with good body language. When you're talking to someone, don't stand there like this. Okay, don't have a closed stance. When you talk, try to use your hands, keep people entertained, be an open, it's an open body language. Like things like this, they're closed body language. The worst thing you can do is sit there with your arms folded. Make sure that you have a good open stance and that you talk to people and, move around a bit. If you're going to show someone some, make motions to move and get the person to come that way. Okay, it's being open. Okay, it's good body language that follows. It shows that person that you want to be involved with their communication and that whatever's happening right there at that time. Okay, item 4, give yourself mental encouragement. A lot of people that Michelle and I work with, we do a lot of work with people on confidence coaching, specific business coaching, public speaking skills and things like that, and one-on-one type stuff with people, one-on-one type coaching. So and the biggest problem people have is they talk themselves out of being able to do something. They're telling themselves in their own head that they can't do it. So the biggest thing you've got to do all the time is understand that you can do it and you will do it, but don't sit there and tell yourself you can't do it. Worst thing you can do. You will fail straight away if you tell yourself you cannot do it. Okay, so item 5, reinforce your message with good voice tone. Nothing worse than a monotone speaker. So, I don't know, you've all heard somebody in your life that you've gone to a training session with work or something, and there's this speaker that's got a really good message, but a crap way of saying it, and it's monotone. So they stand there and the whole time, and about 4 minutes in, they've lost it. They're gone. They've lost the crowd. People are so bored with it, the monotone. You've got to lift and elevate and lower your voice at different places, and it really works in, like we were talking before, the other point about reinforcing a message with good body language. If you've got good voice tone and good body language and match it up, and it'll work together, okay? Like, you know, your body language and your voice tone will work together just fine, but it sends a great message. It keeps people involved. So if you're standing there, you know, your hands and your arms while you're talking, it gives people something to look at, a bit of movement. It keeps people focused on you, and you know, your voice tone really keeps them interested. So you can't just rule number one, do not be monotone. Stand there, you know, elevate your voice tone, walk around the stage, do different things. It'll really keep the crowd entertained, and it'll keep them focused on the message you're trying to tell them, which is why they're there. And I mean, if they're there to talk to you, whether it be your hobby, your business, or, you know, like whatever, if they're there to talk to you about your hobby, and you communicate that really well, and they walk away understanding a lot more about it and being satisfied with you, then they're going to have you're going to have a really good reputation out of that, and your sales will increase. No two ways about it. Okay, last one. Good communication is 60% listening and 40% talking. What this means is that a lot of people get so caught up in what they're going to say to someone that they don't stop and listen to what that person has to say, so that they can make sure that the message they were going to give them was the right message. It's all about that person. It's not about you. They want to know about how your product or your hobby can help them. They don't want to know, you know, it's to them, it's about them, and you've got to understand that. To you, it's about them. So make sure that you listen to ask people, you know, ask questions. Ask them, you know, what do you need what do you need help with? What are the problems you're having? You know, talk to those people, find out what they need. Okay, so it's funny when you're talking about, you know, a lot of people probably get the idea out of this that the confident communication is about talking. No, being able to listen to people, being able to understand the message they're trying to give you, that makes you more confident, because you're speaking from a basis of knowledge then, because you know what that person wants. Nothing worse than going to speak to someone about a problem or something for your hobby, or you want to go and buy something, and they keep talking for so long that they've actually way off point with what you're there to see them about. And they walk away dissatisfied and they don't come back. You've lost them. At that point, they're gone. Forget about it. So be prepared to listen to people, because then you can target the information you need to give them that best suits them. So there are our 6 basic principles today. I mean, there's a lot more to do with confident communication. There's a lot more we'll do in the future with it. We'll go more in depth on these areas and specific techniques on how to do it. But this is a really good start. If you start with these 6 concepts, your communication will improve straight away. So we hope it's been a great help. We'll see you next time.